Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 10 of my journey through solo self-found Trial of the Ancestors League. Today, I'll be continuing on my Spellblade Blade Vortex Inquisitor that last time I pushed up to level 82, getting the gear equipped, and I got a Legacy of Fury from a Voidborn Reliquary key to kind of push this to another level. But I will say that having looked at this in POB, I'm not very impressed with the potential of the damage on this Blade Vortex. And I was expecting it to be a little bit more damage than it's currently showing me. So I know there's a couple things that I can do. I can get fire exposure on these gloves, and that will definitely help with the damage. But I went looking through my entire unique stash, trying to see like maybe if there's a better weapon. So this Crab Claw Mace has more physical damage than the Doriani's Catalyst, but the issue is the Doriani's Catalyst has the increased elemental damage on it. So if I were to just slap this in, this one loses me 200 on the DPS. But then I found a Breath of the Council, and this actually is rolled with a max Fizz roll, and that is a lot of physical damage. 168 to 390, that's way higher than what I have on the Doriani's Catalyst. So if I put this one in, 3391 to 3627. So that's like 10% more damage without quality on this. So I think I'm going to switch to this Breath of the Council. Now, if there was a way, I don't know if it's possible, to get a Chaos tag onto the Blade Vortex, then you get 40% skill effect duration. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. Throwing a decay or an added chaos to it, I don't think it would give it a chaos tag, so I don't think there's anything I can do there to get the extra benefit from the skill effect duration. It's really just a massive physical weapon. So I'm going to quality this up, which is the top end of 409, so 3391 to 3729. That's going to make me slower with the shield charge and the consecrated path, but the consecrated path isn't doing too much for me outside of putting consecrated ground on the ground, which is something I can do while stationed here. But every time I move, that consecrated ground is gone and it goes to the new place. So the consecrated path is still really nice to put consecrated ground down so that I can make use of this sanctuary node, causing enemies to take increased damage. So throw that in, should be a little bit better damage. Still nothing crazy. I need to continue trying to grind for a black oil and see how I can get the fire exposure on these gloves. Thing is, that is not an Exarch implicit as I thought. It is an Eater implicit. So I need the physical converted to fire damage here to convert the last 10% of my Blade Vortex into fire. So that's pretty important for damage as well. And it looks like the physical converted to fire crafted mod I can put on here is a prefix. So I might need to find better gloves even to do that. I also cleaned through my stash tabs, and there wasn't too much amazing out of here. Some fractured items that have some nice rolls on them. A Sadist Garb with white sockets that's a max roll on the base with T1 evasion energy shield, good resistances. That was pretty crazy. Two really nice rings with a lot of resistances and life mana. And then I found a high dexterity with resistances and life. There's actually another one on unset with some accuracy as well. Nothing too crazy in here, but cleaned out all of the junk. This ring doesn't quite just fit in here and replace the one I have. This one has more resistances on it, so my resistances become a slight issue, but there is more dexterity there, maybe freeing up a craft on this ring, so maybe I can work this in. But the rest of this stuff I will just store in case a use comes available for it. So I continue on the journey, trying to get a Searing Exarch to get a shield for the build, and also hoping for a blight that can give me a black oil. That is the main goals here, and I'll briefly go over the build if you're new to this one. So what is going on here is every time I use a non-instant spell via my Blade Vortex or my Steel Skin, I'm gaining increased damage with melee attacks. So just by using spells every now and then, I can do that. But then every time I attack, once a second, I gain a fanatic charge. And once I reach max fanatic charges, I gain fanaticism, which gives more cast speed and area of effect and reduces the cost of my blade vortex so that I can stack these up way higher, and it works nicely. So you go back and forth using the two different skills so that you can have all of that up. And then I've got Legacy of Fury, Herald of Ash, and we're getting lots of kind of prolif from killing enemies from that, scorching enemies with the boots. And then when this fanaticism's up, that's how I get a lot of big area of effect on my blade vortex. So it works pretty nicely, and we can just cruise through stuff. And then if I need something to have consecrated ground on it, I can use the consecrated path. The big benefit there is that the consecrated ground from the consecrated path lasts like 6 seconds. So it'll stay there, whereas if I stop and move, that consecrated ground disappears real fast. And then the big thing here is the Spellblade support, giving flat damage from my weapon to my spell that is linked, which is the Blade Vortex. So I'm stacking lots of physical damage from this, as well as Battle Mage, adding another 100% to that from Instruments of Virtue. So I'm getting tons of flat physical damage onto the Blade Vortex, and then trying to scale physical as extra fire and converting everything to fire to do fire damage with it. That is pretty much what the build has going on, and it's just kind of a big area of effect. Blade Vortex, I shield charge around, Consecrated Path when needed, which I'm definitely going to use less often now because I lost a lot of attack speed dropping the Doriani's Catalyst for all this extra damage. But that extra damage also factors into the Consecrated Path. The Consecrated Path can actually kill things. I do decent hits with this, but the Blade Vortex is definitely better suited for clearing and doing things, because Consecrated Path kind of is strange to use. It's really just here for the consecrated ground. Last time I also started speccing into spell block. I got a Tempest shield on so that I can be more defensive. I want to get a Dawnbreaker shield from Exarch to make myself even more defensive, because that'll give me a lot of extra block. Oh, and here's a breach. This will be pretty nice if the enemies show up. And yeah, there's big packs of enemies. We get the big area of effect on this. We get the spread from the Herald of Ash and the Legacy of Fury boots. Pretty nice. This map is corrupted white map, so it's not a surprise that Breach didn't spawn too much enemies pack size, but cutting through these maps, normal enemies, clearing maps, piece of cake. Just got to try and make sure I keep up my 10 stacks of the Blade Vortex, which will be easier once I get the black oil. So that's why Exarch and Blight are the two main focuses to get things going today. And then I also have a Vol Blade Vortex now, and this is where I need a Consecrated Path and try and get extra damage out here, because the single target is just not here at the moment. I need to keep trying to figure that out. And I do have a War Cry that covers enemies in Ash. That helps with a little bit of damage. And getting that fire exposure, as I mentioned, will definitely help as well. But I'm also only level 82 here in a monster level 82 map, T15. So there's a long way for this to go. Still, I want to get a lot of levels, but I also have to try and push content so that I'm not just spinning my wheels in lower tier maps, trying to still push for the big stuff at the same time. So hopefully it goes well. I'll probably have to do a few dips into Heist to get rid of these quest contracts as well. Level 83. Big shrine. It's crazy how those go up. I think what I'm doing next here is I'm taking this jewel socket. I have a jewel with fire damage, a little bit of dex. Resistant corrupting blood cannot be inflicted. So solid. I pulled 13 embers out of there. So I still need, well, I need to figure out how to get new gloves. I also don't have an Exarch implicit on my helmet. See if I can get something. Crit chance for spells. Reduced mana cost of attacks. Max lightning res. Cold damage recoup, minion life, flammability curse effect. I'll take that, actually. Sure, that seems fine. Abyssal depths. Okay, level 84. It doesn't matter if I die to this boss. Who we got? Olamon. Cool. It's definitely much easier to see what's going on and dodge in here than it was with the Guardian. My damage is definitely not as good as on the Guardian build. Seems like he always does this big projectile attack after he comes back from the minions. First time I'd ever seen him do it twice in a row. This level, I'm going to take Light of Divinity for some increased spell damage. Got me just about 4k without the Namahud buff. Oh, come on. Just doing that attack back to back is strange. Well, I've learned while doing this. This guy always does his super dangerous attack right when he comes back from the minions. So he's going to do this, and he might do it twice. If he does a different attack, then he'll stop casting that, and you don't have to worry about that attack until the next minion phase. So then more minions here, and then he's going to, when he comes back, now he's launching all these projectiles. And he might do it again, and he didn't. He's killed me twice because he did it twice, and I wasn't expecting it. Got me. He did it twice. Killed me 3 times because he did that twice in a row. Oh, I didn't see him come out. Yikes. Almost there. Doing this fight with ZDPS definitely got me figuring it out a little more. You can kind of see him in a little shadow running around chasing me, and then he comes out. He can always go right into this. And then you just got to watch for him to do it twice, because it'll happen. Got a belt. Got Tomb Fist. What do we get? 66. Okay. Chains that bind. Diviner's Strongbox. What we got? Arrogance of the Vol. 2 Humilities. Indigo Oil. Level 85. I think here I take more life. Another Diviner's Strongbox. Give cards that give currency. 2 of the Porcupine. 2 of the Union. The Stygian Spire. Wound up on consecrated ground, making it kind of painful to kill, actually. Chains that bind. This is 8 of 11 I just checked. Level 86. Another Stygian Spire. Get some more life. Got an Enslaver map. Incandescent Invitation. Another Abyssal Depths. Oh boy. I'm really close to this level. I don't want to lose XP, so I'm just going to go ahead and switch to the other build. I need to run the Exarch as well. Okay, so I've learned about this guy. He can't kill me with this thing until after he splits into ads. But then I have the ads, and then I know it's coming, but I phased it. So yeah, it's just a little bit easier than with the Blade Vortex. Boots. No Darkness Enthroned. Then another Exarch. I did this in the last video, so I'm not going to show much of this. Easy. Only had 1 ball phase. Yes, I died. And still no shield. Okay, I think what I want to do next is replace this belt. Might lose me a tiny bit of damage. But if I put this ring on, take the belt off, I need lightning res on the belt. Essences. I can force lightning res on the belt and try and hit some big life. Hopefully 60 life. Can be better. No. 14 life. 60. Garbage. No. Triple res belt. I think I leave that one like it is and maybe get a different base. 49 life. 66. Something. Gets me almost a 5k, and it frees up the dexterity craft on this ring. So I could use a lightning and chaos res. There we go. And let's think. Bish Jewel, find a Hypnotic Jewel. Do I have any Fizz rerolls here? A couple. Big Fizz Dispels, all res. Prefer life with it. Fizz Dispels, life, armor, cold res. Not amazing, but I'll take it. It's a little bit of extra damage. Yeah, that's not much. It's like 20 DPS with that Fizz. It gets me over 5k life, which is huge. Resists are looking okay. On this ring, I can put the fire damage that I lost, or I could get more chaos res. Probably what I should do. Fire chaos. You know what, on the belt, let's do fire and chaos. Maybe on this ring, do minimum frenzy charge for an exalt. That's more damage. Oh yeah, the minimum frenzy charge is really good. Do I have another exalt? No. I could give myself another one. Here is a pair of gloves that have life. Has fire and chaos res. Open prefix. So I could craft the fizz converted to fire there. If I get flat fizz to attacks on these gloves, does that raise my damage? No. Okay. So it's only the weapon. So I need Eekers to get the fire exposure. So I should probably not farm another Exarch at the moment and try and get these gloves worked in. Switch it to Eater. Farming Eater is good too because Infinite Hunger I think drops a jewel that can give my max res equal to my highest max res, making this Aegis Aurora more valuable. There's lots of different things I could work towards. I like having over 5k life though. Level 87. One more life node in the Scion Life Wheel. I have an obliteration now. More tries for the gloves. Cold exposure. Marks, poison, overwhelm, lightning exposure. Level 88. Do next here. I could take more life. There's a 5% life node. Probably should grab a jewel socket. I'll do that. 28% quality eternal mana flask. Okay. I got the next Kurai contract, so off to heist. Level 89. Now I can get that jewel socket. Okay, do I have fire rerolls? I do. Hook me up. That's burning damage. Chance to ignite. Fire damage, fire dot. Sure. More life, more damage. Ooh, level 20 gems. Now I get to break my damage for more damage later. Alrighty, Spellblade gives spell damage, unleashes spell damage, fire damage. Yep, gotta flip them all. Herald of Ash is damage. Flip the Steel Skin and the Infernal Cry and the Frostblink. Blasphemy. I don't think I need to worry about Ignite duration on the flammability. Conk Path, another added fire. Combustion, that is 12. You know what? I should just run the blighted maps. Maybe then I can get my oil from that. Hey, finally a gold rim. Oh, min roll too. Cool. 20. Don't need to flip Tempest Shield. Cool. I'm actually just gonna quality the fire pin. Level 90. Hey, level 20 on the blade vortex. I think it's getting close to being more than it was. Lightning leech, overwhelm, wither, accuracy. Ooh, I see something here. I grab this node, take a life, connect here. Then I can remove 3 points. And then with those 3 points, do I want more spell block or attack block here? Probably the attack block. Well, that's pretty nice. I like that. A lot of extra resistances that can be freed up across things. I finally happened upon an opal ring. So with that, take these essences. Let's do that insanity. See if I can convert it to the correct one. Oh yeah, I got plenty. Is it delirium? No. The yellow one. Come on, here we go. Hysteria. 10% physical is extra fire. See if it hits anything. It did not. It did not. Ick. I'll try it again. 2 more tries. Come on. Life. Mana regen. And int cold damage. No. Bad. Well, that is another decent source of extra damage. Still, though, not as good as Herald of Ash ring. From synthesis. Shield charge, level 20. Level 20 crackling lance. Never done anything with that. Voltaxic burst is one of the worst skills I think I've played. I did not like that. What am I doing on our makings? Ooh, 18? That's way more than I thought I had. Oh, that's big. Pull out this Abyssal Jewel Chance and that node. I'm up here for Priest Eater Altars. Oh, and these can come out. These are the ones that need to go. I don't mind the other Abyss nodes that I have. Chances for the Abyssal Depths. But what does this open up for me? I am building up a lot of Kirak missions. I could start working towards that, but I'm gonna grab the gateway. This gateway. I'm down here for the heist contract. I need 1 point, which can be these. At least that one. Make sure. Let's see. Do I want lockpicking, brute force, perception, or agility, deception, engineering? I want more deceptions. Agility and engineering are ones I don't want, though. Hey, I gotta go for the deception. Ha! After making the change, I hit the exposure. Okay, lovely. Well then, this means I refund another life node. Grab mastery for 18. These gloves are now it. Resists are rock solid to the point that I craft another, well, I need an exalt, but I craft another frenzy charge. Yeah, and then I need embers to hit chance to unnerve. Or a Herald of Ash buff effect would work. Flip the shield charge. I still need to Eater roll the chest. So I still go at the Eater. Buying a bunch of scourings because I'm running out. Trying not to use my chaos to roll maps. Keep needing to use it to craft things. This is all... Okay, this is 2 unique bosses. Alright, this is scary. With one, Lionized Vision. Or is it the good one? It's Lionized Vision. They're dying. Wow, now I'm dying. I ran out of life flask. Just need to stand on my consecrated ground. Still not great boss damage. Still needs more. Gems are still leveling back up, though. Curious what PUB is saying at the moment. So before, hit DPS is 347, and that is against Pinnacle boss. Okay. Blades 559 hit DPS. The ignites are hitting much harder as well. That's some damage increase. Still doesn't have me feeling super great about the damage, but I am killing things and staying alive. Celestial Justicar. Nice card. Oh, Tormented Boss. Yeah. This guy hits hard too. Retries for something here. Less damage per 200 strength. Zealotry aura effect. What if I just put on Zealotry instead of Determination? Possibility. Makes me think though. Iron Will. I still got POB up. What does this do? 5.8% damage. Well, I know where next level's going. 4 more tries at the chest. Less damage per int. All res. Reflect. ES recovery rate. Oh, nice. Got my level 91. So this is Iron Will. Full tip is over 5k now. I think it was like 31 something at the start with the Doriani's Catalyst. I completed the blight, but it killed me. Come on, give me my oil, please. Crimson, Teal Violet. Ooh, Ursi, Mother of Thorns. First one of these. I've been looking. Yeah, I'm doing okay damage against this guy. Easy. No Blossom, though. Got a Bear's Girdle. Screaming Invitation. I'll probably do that on this character. Few bits of unfinished business, though. Please give me something. Haste Aura Effect in presence of Unique. No. Give me the Unnerve. Unnerve. Herald of Ash buff effect. Okay, that's something. T8 Blighted Map. Reduced cost of building and upgrading towers. Yay, Gym's level. That is a Soul Eater. Built myself an army of these minion scout towers. I'll just start pegging anything that gets close to, like, I like to surround my pump in these and then set up slowing zones anywhere anybody can come into these to give those scout towers more time to be able to damage enemies. I don't know if it's the best strategy. It works for me though. Uh-oh, he's gonna blow. I can just like mow through packs of stuff. Oh, it's so good. Can I have my frames back? My goodness, it just died. Yeah, I'm at 30 FPS. Well, I have no idea what happened, but frames are real bad in here. Oh, we finished. And still? Hey, I got a helmet. The cold res one. Even after it's over, my computer is not happy with this blighted map. Oh, yay! Amber oils. Good. That was the only oil chest in the entire map. Fantastic. Hey, a divine orb. Let's go. I missed something. Armor chests. Oh, nice. Pumps all tucked in the corner over here. This one will be easy. I did a lot of blighted maps last league, and I did not have these FPS issues last league. Yeah, this is not a pleasant experience. Once these blighted maps start picking up, performance is bad. There we go. Come on, oils. Black oil. Silver oil. Let's go. About time. Crimson oil. Crimson. Another black. Opalescent. Much better. Next order of business. June mission. This gets me a transportation safe house with Hillock in it. Get extra quality up on this weapon. This is going okay. They're taking... Ow. They're taking damage. And then I died. I guess maybe it fled. Yeah, that curse really helps a lot. 26% quality. We're at 5288, 5325. That's something. I don't think that this chest deserves to be linked. I haven't seen a perfect Saintly Chainmail drop yet. I'm only looking for them if they drop rare, so I could probably find one pretty quickly if I was looking for white ones. So I think I'll just leave this on the 5 link, and then we'll wrap this up with the Screaming Invitation. See how it feels against our boss. Wait a second. Hold up. Did I really do a blighted map and not anoint my amulet? Black, amber, clear. The whole point of that is to help be able to keep up the stacks of the Blade Vortex. Alright. What we got? It is taking damage. Not a lot of damage, but damage. And I got a determination, so I don't get instantly killed by the tentacles. My shield charges pretty fast as well, so I can maneuver pretty well in here. I don't think a 6-link, though. A 6-link doesn't make this damage on another level by any means. I still don't think it's even a million DPS here in a 6-link. You got the Vol ones up. That'll help a little bit. At least, like, I can constantly be doing the damage. AoE is nice. Another Vol one. And I've definitely done this boss with worse damage. Oh, get out of there. That's why I have the Frost Blink. Consecrated Path lets me be able to move and still have him under consecrated ground. So all the pieces are actually working how they're supposed to. Spell block is good too. I haven't really gotten hit by any of the big spells to know if I have enough life. I am on 76 resistances. Nearby enemies deal less elemental damage. Ah, okay, I took a hit that time. So the less damage from nearby enemies is good. I'd be more comfortable fighting Maven, I think, on this build, though, than my Guardian. I can at least control what's going on, and the boss can't delete half my damage mid-fight. So, well, if I wanted to get this over 1 million DPS here, I have to do this without the Tempest Shield, basically, I think. And probably the determination as well. Drop some things, fit in more damage. Defeat Eater without getting hit by tentacles failed. Okay, well, I can do it with the build. It's not the worst I've ever seen. Really hoping it'd be better. And I've got a lot of things lining up too. So I don't know. Like maybe this build just isn't here with the Spellblade. I mean, yeah, I can get more damage eventually. I can keep working at it. I'd have to find a really fat weapon. I mean, I could get a little bit on a shield possibly. +1 Fizz Gems and spell damage on a shield maybe. What would this do? How much does this increase the damage? A little bit. It's like 5% maybe, if that, for a level on the Blade Vortex. So not a lot like it normally is, because I'm scaling so much Fizz through Spellblade and Battle Mage. So the level doesn't matter as much as it would in other builds. Zealotry's 14% damage. Haste wouldn't do much. Righteous Fire would add a lot. I'm definitely not built for that though. What about a level 1 Righteous Fire? Does that still... yeah, it's still degens the same amount. Yeah, I'm missing the 6-link. Still no Helm Enchant. Boots Enchant could be Ellie Pin if you haven't killed recently. Maybe there's something in Cluster Jewels. But I think for the like base of this, like I feel like I've got it put together like as decently as you could like reasonably expect in SSF without an insane amount of grinding. For like day 3 on this build, like I would have expected this to be doing a little better than it is, I think. But I will keep working at it. Like now, like I'm gonna shift my focus more from like gearing this character as much to like grinding out some of the stuff and start looking for what build is next over the next couple of days. I'll still be leveling and try and work on things, as well as continuing to look for improvements for the Guardian dominating blow build, because I mean its weapon's still not super great either. Yeah, I'm thinking next time I might go after my Alva missions and go fishing through there. Maybe have a day of Kirak missions. I've got a lot of those built up as well. If you see something that I'm like really missing here, definitely let me know, but I think I've been pretty on point with it. Like I think it needs like a weapon that has Physical's extra fire on it while also being a big Fizz weapon or something crazy. Or maybe the real lesson here is don't stack Fizz damage with Spellblade, because it just doesn't work as well, as you could get so much more damage with a like triple elemental weapon or something. But I will keep messing with it in the coming days. But that's going to do it for this one. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button, as it really helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss more videos from me. If you'd like to help support my channel, please consider using the super thanks, the heart icons just below the video, or by joining to become a member. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.